Hello dear World of Warcraft friends, welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today we're talking about the new reputation factions in patch 12.1, because as is the case in every patch, there will be a new major reputation faction and an additional smaller faction. In this video, we'll take a look at what the factions can do, what they're called, and what rewards you can get there. It's mainly mounts, but also other cool stuff. Let's get started. If you like, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It's free. The patch is coming on Wednesday. I'm grateful for any support. Let's hit 38,000. It's going to be awesome. And yes, with that, let's get started. This is the official preview from Blizzard, and as they already said, what's new? There's a new campaign, new faction, Suljara's forces. So in the end, that's the one big faction we're getting at this point. And you'll find it here in the adventure guide just like the others. It will be the same here again. For example, you can earn reputation through the weekly dungeon quest. If you complete a bountiful delve and open the chest there, there's also a token for 750 reputation inside. So this faction will simply be included here, and yes, just like with the weekly dungeon quest, you'll have more opportunities to farm reputation. Altar of Fangs, Walls of Atal Uteg, Altar of Corrosion, that's for the open world content. There's poison fishing and new mounts, pets, and so on. But let's take a look first. Suljara's forces, that's basically the new faction. We join Liadrin Orvina and Suljara, and from there we enter the new area, and pretty quickly the new quartermaster will be unlocked there as well, where you can buy new rewards. What I personally always find very, very unfortunate is that when you reach a certain reputation level, you don't get the rewards for free like you used to, but instead you have to buy Voidlight Marks or Artisan Moxies, new currencies for profession items. And personally, I don't really like that very much, but as we can see here, these are the numerous rewards that are available here. In total, there are 20 individual tiers again. And in the end, it goes relatively... Yeah, just go ahead. Here you can buy legendary bracers. On tier 3, there are various support items for island adventures. Starting from tier 4, corrosive souls can drop. Those are the things you can, for example, put on your braces, which then give you more powers in the open world. At tier 5, there are profession recipes. At tier 6, profession knowledge and a free Voidlight mark. At tier 7, there are various pouches and bags you can buy. At rank 8, for example, you get a piece of veteran gear from the corrosions every day. So that's a small item level boost. At level 9, you can buy improved champion braces. At level 10, you get a tabard as well as a mount. For that, you have to complete a quest. At rank 11, you can buy urns. Rank 12, Snack Solly. That's a pet. At rank 13, the Idol of Ulatek is available for purchase. At rank 14, you can get more things from this Spirit of Corrosions. Rank 15 gives you more equipment items for your house. There's also an arsenal of weapons. For cosmetics, at rank 16, you can buy shoulders. At rank 17, you get a 3-headed snake mount. Rank 18 lets you buy various relics, as well as more cosmetic ensembles and another chunk of Voidlight meal. At rank 19, another mount becomes available for purchase, and at rank 20, you get the title Hashura of Suljara. And Mantle of Nalorak as well as the Axe of Armani are available for purchase there. And yes, the Altar of Fangs is ultimately a new dungeon where Suljan appears. We'll just go over that briefly now because it has less to do with the reputation factions. Wars of Ulatek or Atal Atalutek is open world content located inside the mountain on the island, where in the end you also benefit from some of these boosts from the new reputation faction because I don't know, so finding this, finding that. There's also this one here, Altar of Corrosion. It's not tied to a reputation faction, but it works similarly. In that sense, you have to farm resources to have more talents available, and in the end, that means you take less damage from poison, you get access to more zones, and so on and so forth. So if you really want to take full advantage, you have to invest skill points here into all these different talents. For example, this also lets you farm these corrosive coins more efficiently, which you can then spend elsewhere. Yeah. There's quite a lot included here. You have to unlock the codex first through a quest line. And then you'll see here there are these corrosive coins, and you can use them to put different talents on your gear. However, this only works in the open world, not in instance content. But I would still recommend doing it because it gives you a huge power boost in the open world. Otherwise, you just saw cursed searches with the Reputation faction. These are the new open world events. The further you get, the better the loot that drops from these searches. And there's basically another new faction. That's this Tortollan here. The good guy's name is Toka, and that's where you learn cursed fishing. You can complete his daily quests. And in the end, he teaches you how to fish in these poisonous waters and so on and so forth. There, it's like with other NPCs. You don't necessarily level up his reputation. Instead, it's your friendship with him that you increase. All of this is done through artifacts, the artifact diaries, through memories from the past that you blast away. And the more he trusts you, the more you can fish. You can even fish inside the voids of Artalotech later on. And for that, there are various rewards overall, such as cosmetic items, there are achievements to earn, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot included there as well, and a new epic fishing rod that just makes fishing a bit better for you. So yeah. This is also a reputation faction, but the whole thing is very, very optional. If you don't feel like fishing, you can just ignore the dude. But yeah, we'll take another look at it once everything is on the live server. What's your opinion on this? Feel free to write it in the comments. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video, and take care.